There is no tomorrow. That shit. So let's get all this done today. A lot of people think they have all this time, so they fucking waste it. And they never go out and do what they really set out to do or accomplish or do anything great in their life. You think when you're young you have all this time. You have no time. There's no time. You have to serve someone. What are you going to do today that you tomorrow will appreciate? It doesn't matter who you used to be. What matters is who you decide to be today. You're not defined by your mistakes, your mishaps, or your past. Every day is a new opportunity to get it right. Don't take it for granted. Put the excuses to the side and take inventory of everything you want in this life. It's time you start investing in the person that matters the most. And that person is you. Woo! Good morning, dreamers. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day. I'm honestly so excited to be back in action with each and every single one of you. Oh my goodness, I felt so deprived, so out of place, so weird not being here with the fam, but I see everybody has been holding it down. So go ahead and get some fives down below for yourself. Dreamer Cedric in the building, Shane and Talina. It's good to see the fam. I know you guys have been absolutely killing it when I've been going. So it's a pleasure to come back and see the chats lit up on fire. And I know we're just warming up for the summertime. It's going to be a hot one getting out into the summer. So I miss you too, fam. I love it. A lot of momentum has been in the chat since I've been going. And let's just say it's safe to say we are in momentum season. So let's go ahead and keep the pedal to the metal on the gas. And let's keep it floor down. So let's go ahead and get into today. Crypto has been popping. Yes, this is the time. We just had the halving over the past week. And this is when I'm telling you, this is the time to really go ahead and get focused, get tapped in, because many, they're going to be sleeping. Everybody's like, oh man, the halving happened. There's not a whole lot of movement. I wonder what's going on. This is when the wealthy, the 1%, are really about to take advantage. So stay plugged in. We've got a lot of crypto sauce coming from DeFi Mike, from Nick, from Kurt Cobain. So I'm honestly here and ready for all of us to go ahead and take massive advantage. John, Mr. Shields in the building. Nibs, good to see you. Deanne, what's going on? Love it. So today, fam, I want to get in and I want to talk about the topic of today. And today's topic is going to be getting out of the hole, right? Maybe getting out of a little rut we might have been in. Maybe you guys are on fire. Maybe you guys are going through a season in your life, because truth be told, every single one of us, we all have seasons, right? Some of us might be in the season of planting. Some might be in the season of harvesting. Some might be in the season of getting ready to go ahead and keep pouring the nutrients on these seeds that we've already laid down, because our harvest is on the way. So a lot of powerful things are happening. They're here. And I know for many of you, right, this is such a phenomenal group with so many different strengths, talents, and ideas. And collectively, I believe if we're all operating at our highest pendulum, at our highest vibration, what is going to manifest is going to be something extraordinary. And I believe it's that time. This is our year to go ahead and make that happen. If you believe this is our time, this is our year, let's get some threes down below. Lovely in the building. Yes. We've got to get together. We've got some big moves in the making. We're about to get these events back flowing over here. Get ready. Awesome. So let's dive in. Getting out of the hole, getting out of the rut. I want to get into this topic today because even for me, right? I haven't had my phone for a week. I'm talking about not being able to get in the group chats, not being able to post, to get on my stories. It's weird for me. And I feel like I've been in a rut. I feel like I've literally taken my foot off of the gas because I haven't been able to connect. I have so many messages, so many calls to go ahead and get back to. And here's the way social media works, right? Taking a couple of days off of social media, believe it or not, is like taking months off of social media. And the reason being is there's so many different channels. There's so many different profiles and influences and different skill sets that we can go ahead and tap in and tune into, that if we're not relevant, anybody who's on the other side, guess what? Just like a channel, they're going to go and click and they're going to go find somebody
else to watch. So this is key. So I wanted to really get into this topic for today to make sure everybody is on the same page, locked in. Now, let me go ahead and get IG tapped in. Let's get a little bit of gratitude down today, and we're going to talk about how to get out of the rut, right? How to get the momentum back picked up, how to go ahead and keep this momentum going is going to be what we're getting into. So let me get IG tapped in really fast, and let's get into today's topic, how to get out of the hole. Here we go. Love it. Boom. All right, IG's here. Awesome, fans. So grateful to be alive. So grateful to be on here with each and every single one of you. So thankful for the fam. So grateful for this opportunity for life, to be able to experience, to be able to grow, to be able to see all different parts of the world. I just got back from Dominican Republic. I was over there for a handful of days, and let me tell you, every time, even for everybody out in the AZ, you guys know this, to get around different experiences, cultures, food, making everlasting memories. This is where the magic happens. And I realized a couple different things when I was sitting out in the DR, just writing, getting in my journal. And I had a couple things to go ahead and bring back to the family, just thinking about it. You know, some of the times that I've been in the rut, to go ahead and get back into momentum, because I knew as soon as I came back, this is time. For the next 6 months, family, we are all out, pedal to the metal, to the walls, tunnel vision focus. Because you're going to see these next handful of months, there's going to be a couple different things that you're going to see happen, right? This next couple months, you're going to see a lot of people getting ready to go out to the summer parties, the summer barbecues, watching all of the sports games, inviting you guys to go out everywhere. But at the same time, as I've seen this industry for year after year after year, I've noticed those that can stay focused, those that can stay this time. This is what's December 31st. Gone through the first quarter. Now we're into today is shaping the next 90 days. You see, in November, by the time that we're all out in Mexico, it's going to be the actions that we did today. The knowledge, the lessons, the experience that we gained and implemented, that's going to lead towards an incredible November out there in Monterrey, Mexico. And I know that, yes, these trips are amazing. Yes, these trips are fun. But the reason why we do these trips is because every day leading into that trip, we have a vision. We have something that we're excited all going towards. So I want everybody to just visualize this with me for a second, right? Just take out money, take out stress, take out all of this out of the equation. And I want to just sit in a visualization real quick. Jojo in the building. Johnny, let's go. I want everybody to imagine that it's November and all of us are out here. We're on the beach in Mexico. We're all laughing. We're all trying this amazing food. We've all got our pina coladas on the beach, and we're all just sitting reminiscing. And we're all just talking about how incredible these past couple months were, how worth it really was. And now look at us. We're all out here sitting on the beach, enjoying life, feeling the breeze, smelling the ocean, seeing new faces, and then going to one of the biggest events of the year with over 10,000 individuals in the building. Arizona was amazing, but that was only 1,200 people. I want you guys to imagine, envision that 10x the size. 10x the energy, 10x the people, 10x the conversations, the network that we're going to be making. AZ was just literally, I say it all the time, but AZ was truly just the tip of the iceberg. When you guys see what's going to happen in Monterrey, it's going to be something that I can't even put into words. I've been to almost every convention that IAM has ever had. I've only missed a couple, literally only a couple. And this is going to be the biggest one of the year. And I know for all of us, here's the cool part about change, right? Sex on me is not the pina colada. Yes, that works too, right? Whatever you guys prefer, I want you to start imagining and envisioning that as if we're already there, because that's the secret. The secret is the feeling, the preview to the movie. Okay, so even for me, getting out of the rut, what are some things that we might feel like maybe we're in a rut inside of our life? I know some of you have been on fire with social media. You've been on fire networking. Some of you guys are stretching out of your comfort zone. But let me ask this question. When it comes to getting out of the hole, if we could go ahead and just do an analysis on ourselves really quick, what is one or two things that we believe that we might be in a hole to go ahead and really elevate ourselves to the next level? Stage time loading, got the speech ready. That's right. Get the speech ready, get the clothes ready. Imagine yourself looking out into the crowd, envisioning all of these claps coming back to you. And the way that we're going to make this happen is exactly what we're doing today. What are some of the weak spots that we have right now? Like I said, here's one of my favorite analyses that I've ever done. Ready? It's called the SWOT analysis. And we can actually do a training on this one too, but I'll keep it short and sweet. So right now, what are your strengths? Like I said, some of you have been hitting the gym. Some of you have been plugging into the chats. You've been dropping your energy. You've been on to the go lives. That's maybe some of your strengths. Now, maybe what's the W? What are some of your weaknesses? What are some of my weaknesses? Some of mine, I've been slacking with social media. I need to get loud on social media. People need to hear the story. People need to hear these skill sets. People need to see what it is that we have to offer. Because here's what I've noticed. If we don't tell them, somebody else is going to tell them. Could be our neighbor, could be somebody else in the company, but one way or another, they're going to end up hearing this information. So one is going to be strengths. Number two is going to be weaknesses, okay? For the SWOT analysis, getting out of the hole, this is how we get out of the hole. With this SWOT analysis, this is how it happens. What are a couple weaknesses that we have? Go ahead and drop it down below and let me know. What are some weaknesses that you guys believe? And guess what? This is a safe space. This is okay. This is actually important to talk about. Because maybe your weakness might be somebody else's strength. Maybe you're struggling with social media. And we have individuals on here who literally do not miss. Deanne doesn't miss. Deanne's on social media every freaking day, dropping a workout, dropping something that's going on. So if you're struggling with social media, great person to go ahead and reach out to ask questions. He's actually going to be dropping a coaching training coming up soon. I'm excited to see the sauce, so get ready for that. Weaknesses. Maybe some of you are looking to really go ahead and dive in and perfect your trading. Well, you realize in the trader circle, we have testimonials, we have stories, we have trade ideas being dropped every single day. So the beauty part about this is if you feel like you're weak in one area, I can guarantee you there's others that are winning in that field, in that skill set that we can go ahead and reach out to and directly ask questions. Your leaders, we're here for you all day long, right? Even for myself, I'm heavily getting back into crypto now. Over these past couple months, I haven't really been tapped in, but I can tell you this is the time to really make sure that we're all taking advantage of this information. Kurt Cobain's been giving out some absolute sniper plays over these past couple weeks. So I know this is just a couple of the plays that's going to be coming out over the next couple months, because here's how it works. You have your big coins, you got your mid cap coins, then you got your small cap coins, and all of them end up going in order. So watch how they end up running and watch how all of us are already in position. Okay, so that's your weaknesses. The third part about this analysis to get out of the hole is going to be our opportunities. Okay, number 3, what are the opportunities that we have to get out of the hole right now? Maybe for some of you, you want to really go ahead and take some more time to build your body. So what are some opportunities that we have? Well, maybe you have a busy work schedule. I know some of you are working 40, 50 hours a week. That morning time that you've been able to go ahead and plan to hit the gym, to take time for yourself, to take time to fill up your cup is one of the greatest things that any of us can ever do. So what other opportunities do we have? Let's just go ahead and spitball a couple. And let me know down below, what opportunities do you guys have right now? Lost your drive, lost your social media. Yo, I'm right there with you, Bobby. Opportunities. Maybe some of you guys live next to a college. Maybe some of you guys haven't done your taxes yet and you have a tax refund that you can actually get back and start investing into yourselves. Just got new work for valet opportunity. So boom, Cedric, opportunity. I was just telling Rudge this the other day. Rudge just got a new job and I was saying, for a lot of us, we like to talk down on jobs. We like to talk negatively on jobs. But in reality, the job for most of us is actually a stepping stone. Believe it or not, whatever job that you have right now, you can turn that into a blessing. Perfect example, Cedric, you're going to be doing valet. Everybody that you meet doing valet, when you give them their keys back, guess what? That's a relationship that you can make. That's a new connection that you can now have inside of your arsenal. Think about it. Valeting, you might be valeting somebody with an Audi, a BMW, a Ferrari. You never know who you're going to meet valeting cars. And if you're smart, you can take advantage of all of these new connections because you're going to meet 5, 10, 20 new people every day valeting cars. And this is why they say our network is our net worth, because you could meet one person valeting cars and you never know what that opportunity could open up. It's limitless, literally. My mentor was just talking about this morning. He said, do you know what the possibilities of yours and my successes? It's limitless. It's freaking fam. There's no limit to what could happen. You could put out one video today, goes viral. Thousands of people see it. Maybe if you had a call to action, you could have hundreds of people join from today. Maybe it's somebody that Cedric meets valeting cars that ends up showing him how to go ahead and invest his money at a whole different level that maybe any of us never even knew, right? Being able to build a long-term wealth, maybe with life insurance and policies. You never know. I'm telling you, I've ran into so many phenomenal individuals that have taught me things along the way, and I never expected it. I've had people that I ran into literally at the airport that have helped me do my taxes, right? It's just things that you never know, you never expect. So Rolls Royce, yeah. I'm telling you, valeting cars are going to be some very interesting people. So opportunities. Maybe some of you live in an area where there's a ton of events that are going on that you can go ahead and take advantage and tap into. So opportunities are limitless, but it's going to take time to really think about it, put them on paper to really see everything that's at our fingertips. Because a lot of us, we like to think we're stuck until we start putting things on paper. We start seeing how many options that we actually have available to take action with. How can we build our business today? We can reach out to new people. We can attend events. We can taproot through individuals that we already know. We can go out and network at anywhere in the public. Opportunities are limitless, okay? And here's the last piece for the SWOT analysis. You ready? Here's the T. Slice in the building, my man. What's good? It's good to see you, King. Here's the last part. The T is going to be threats. What are the threats that we have inside of our life? You see, some of you might feel like you're in a hole right now, and it's tough to get out of that hole because your threats, they seem like they're so huge. They seem like they're so overpowering. You know, some of you, I was talking to you over the past week, and you're like, yo, D, I don't know what it is, but my family, they just don't see what I see. Every time I talk about the business or every time they overhear me in a conversation, like they just have something negative to say. Well, let me tell you this. If you guys didn't know this about entrepreneurship yet, most of the time, it could be your friends or it could be even your family that doesn't believe in you. They're not going to be able to see what you see. So when you can start to realize that you, at the end of the day, are going to make more income, more money, more impact with strangers than we will our best friends, you're not going to get so upset when the closest people don't see your vision. My father couldn't see what I see. He still doesn't understand what I do. He still doesn't get it. Years later, he's still confused about what it is that I do. But I'll tell you what, he's into crypto. He's into crypto now. So your best friends, right? The same people that told me I was a scam at the beginning, that made fun of me for making $5, $50. You know what they're doing now? They're still cooking at McDonald's. They're still confused about money. And they still have a closed mind. And they're still in the same spot. Wasted Wednesday, Thirsty Thursdays, they're still coming back broke on Monday. And we just got back from a trip going to AZ, going to DR, right? The family's got Mexico coming up in a couple months. So it's safe to say that we've expanded our mind, right? And there's nothing wrong with elevating, right? Without stretching your old friend group. In fact, I think it's needed. I saw this getting out of college. The closest people actually in my life were threats to me. They didn't have goals. They didn't have a vision. They didn't have foresight. They were so busy replaying the past that they were never spending time pre-playing their future. So you know what I did? I had to get a new starting five. I had to switch up the people I was listening to, who I was surrounded with, who I was hanging out with, who I allowed inside of my life. And everything started to shift. Even though my family was negative, my closest friends were negative, guess what? My threat became one of my biggest blessings because it gave me the ability to stop staying stuck, to stop giving myself excuses. Because you know what? The threats and the weaknesses are both excuses as to why we can't win. I'm not good at social media. I'm not good at speaking. I'm not good at going out and getting uncomfortable. You see, that weakness can be an excuse. And the longer that we use that as an excuse, the longer that we blame everybody else, the longer that we sit in that spot. And that was me. I finally got to a point where I was like, you know what? Even though I'm really bad at social media, I don't care about getting on here. I don't know how to make a video. I don't know how to edit. That's not my thing. But I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and work on I'm going to turn my weakness into my strength. And I went from the person on Instagram, and it's funny, you can scroll back. Go scroll all the way to the bottom of my page. You can go see it for yourself at the bottom. I literally would take a line quote, and I would just go post it on my page. I would take it right off Google, and I'd slap it right on my Instagram. Because I was scared to post my face. I was scared to speak my story. I was scared to let people know who I am. That was a weakness for me. Until I started to realize the person speaking at the front of the room, most of the time, they make the most impact. They make the most income. And in college, I was that person. I was used to sitting in the back, tucking myself in, just trying to stay hidden, trying to stay in my little corner, trying to stay safe. And then I graduated, and then I saw how 97% of people live their life. This is how they live. They live tucked in a corner, trying to live like the safe way. And it took me reading one book to finally see it. I would rather live 30, 50 years unleashed, attacking my potential, than live 105 years stuck in a shell, wondering what if, what could we have became, what impact could we have left, what service could we have been able to provide for anybody else. Drop a 1 if you guys would rather live for number 1, or drop a 2 if you guys would rather live in a safe shell and wonder what we could have became. Which would you rather be? Maxing out our potential, leaving a legacy, or sitting in a shell wondering what if? This is what I learned when I started getting into this analysis, getting out of college. The weakness and the threats. I had a lot of threats in my life, just like probably you do too. But I also understood that I have strengths. I also understood that we have a lot of opportunities. And some of the threats that we think, well, here's the deal. I want to end it off with this. A lot of the threats that we think, believe it or not, we're fearful of them. Well, here's what I know. Oh, hold on. Let me fix that. It's the difference between fear, false evidence appearing real, and facing everything and running towards it. A lot of the threats in my life, guess what? They were just illusions. They weren't real. I got Timmy59 who's going to comment negative on my post. That used to be fearful to me. What are my friends going to think? What's my family going to think? That used to make me very fearful. That was a threat to me. Till I started to notice that none of them are going to pay my bills. Nobody's negative opinion is going to pay my bills. They're not going to pay your bills either. So why not just go do it anyway? Instead of focusing on proving them wrong, let's focus on proving ourselves right. So with that being said, fam, that's my training for today. And if that resonates, if you really believe that we don't need to go out and prove anybody else wrong, we can take that time to prove ourselves right. Drop a write down in the chat box, because that's the truth. It's not about proving other people wrong. You're going to have people that don't believe in you. You're going to have people that don't see what you see, and that's okay. This is why we have our own ojos, why we have our own eyes for a reason. Not everybody's meant to see your vision. If they can't see the vision, you know what? They must be out of focus. That's right. So, family, I love you guys. I appreciate it. Let's go out and attack the day. I'm fired up. I'm excited to be back here with everybody. I love getting on here to be able to share this energy, share this enthusiasm. Because here's the deal. We've got some packed out calls this week, and I want you guys to go ahead and give this value. Exactly what I'm doing. This is what I strive to be an example for all of you, to get out, to share your story, take the value that you have, go out and be an example for others to see. And this is collectively how we're going to impact 1 billion lives. I can't do it alone. It can't be just me. It takes all of us being able to share our ideas, beliefs, skills, and talents to make this really turn. So, fam, I love you guys. Have a phenomenal day. Stay tuned for tonight's training. Stay tuned for tonight's calls, because we got a packed out week. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. I love you, fam. Have a great day, and let's go out and turn these dreams into reality. Drop some 3s down below for yourself. Smash that like button, and let's go out and have a great day. See you soon, fam. It's game time. Let's get to work.